Welcome everyone to 28 COE Talks. I am with Mr. Mandarr from Dubai, who is an ambassador of excellence and business excellence leader, mentor, coach, with more than 30 years of experience in international sales, association management, business development, marketing, and consultancy in highly competitive industries and verticals. With more than 17 years of his experience in Middle East itself. He's past area director at Toastmaster International and a distinguished Toastmaster. He is multiple awards recipient and is member and board of advisor of various international organizations, including our 28 COE. We understand what is business excellence coach, but what I want to know is that why businesses need a business excellence coach. Why is it important?
See, in today's modern world, when you are traveling from one destination to another, what do? You go and first you put your GPS. So you call your friend Alexa or Siri, and then give the destination name, and then they take you to the destination. So the coach's function, I would say, is very similar to a GPS. So a coach will definitely help you in your journey of excellence, handhold you through all the obstacles and take you to the journey of excellence. He also helps you to build a culture of excellence, which is most needed in your organization. Because there are some organizations which have been there in their lifespan has been there for 30 years, 40 years, but they don't know what is excellence. So the coach will tell them what is excellence. And also, he would provide a unbiased view. So when we have leaders inside the organization, when they try to assess the performance of the organization, I would say that they would be a bit of biased. They would have a biased approach. But if you go for a coach, external coach, first and foremost, he have a very, very unbiased view on the health of the organization. So you may say that he is a doctor who would prescribe the right medicine and vitamin for the success of any organization. That would be my take on why a coach is needed in an organization.
Yes, so he's a doctor, but we choose the doctor. We know which doctor to go for. So how do businesses choose a doctor then? How do they choose the mentor?
This is very, very important, and I'm glad that you asked this question, because you only marry. I mean, we only marry once, so we don't marry twice, thrice, unless the places. So you need to have this partner of choice. So the first and foremost thing which I would say is that for any organization to go on the excellent journey, they need to first define their goals and objectives. What is it that they want to achieve? Then probably the next step would be to select the appropriate mentor. So when you talk about any mentor, coach, or any kind of external help, external entity helping you in the journey of excellence, the first thing you would like to see is what is the experience. Now, when you say business excellence is excellence in all the fields like sales, marketing, production, processes, HR, all the different departments. Now, HR is normally called people's department. So qualifications also is of prime importance. So there are different excellence models which are available throughout the world. So you have the African excellence model, you have the European excellence model, you have the Australian excellence model, you have the Malcolm Baldrige excellence model. So he has to be certified. It is not just reading a book and trying to show. Suddenly you try to become an excellence coach. So he has to be certified. So for me, I would say experience and qualifications matter the most for choosing a coach for any organization. And then for the organization, they need to choose their improvement area. What is it that they want to improve in organization? Whether it is in terms of people, processes, products, production line, whichever. I mean, which is the area which they want to focus on. And the most important thing here is we said about the doctor. So whatever the doctor prescribes, you need to listen and you need to go as per the doctor's advice. So there has to be, I would say, the fourth most key element is willingness to listen to the mentor. And then you implement. Listen to the mentor, and then you identify whatever gaps he's identifying. He will help you close the gaps, and then the journey starts. So right from the awareness session to probably going and applying for an award and finally getting the award. Like when we have our awards, we have a lot of criteria. When we have the 28 COE awards. So similarly, each excellence awards they have different criteria. And for going to the criteria, you need to actually handhold the organization, work with all the departments. But then whatever advices are given have to be implemented. That is how you choose a mentor, and that is how the journey begins.
Okay, so if your mentor for 1 minute, just for next 1 minute for all the listeners, so what advice would you give to the businesses in 1 minute?
See, for me, first let us define excellence. So excellence has many definitions. The most popular definition of excellence is excellent organization will achieve and sustain outstanding levels of performance in meeting or exceeding all the stakeholders' expectations. Now, who are the stakeholders? The stakeholders are employees, they could be your partners, they could be your suppliers, they could be the public, the society. All these are important stakeholders. So you need to first identify what are the enablers and how the results are monitored. So when you say enablers, I'm talking about enablers is nothing but what you do, how you do in an organization. And results is nothing but what do you achieve. So results, if you see, they are caused by enablers, and enablers are improved by the feedback from the results. So they are very connected. My best take would be if you want to implement the best practice, then you need to go into the radar approach. So first, radar is RADAR abbreviation. So R for R, you have to say you do first define your results. R is for results. Yeah? Then you talk about approaches. What is the approach you're going to take? Whether it's going to be sound. When you say sound, it means that it have a sound rationale. Then if you have to, it has to be integrated with the strategy of the organization. Then whatever, just having an approach doesn't make any sense. You need to deploy it. So if you are deploying it, whether it's structure, when you say structure, which means that is the approach flexible? Because each organization is a different entity, right? So it has to be as per the organizational science. You need to understand the science first and then apply it. The medicine has to be given to a particular problem. There is a separate medicine for separate problem. Then is it implemented? When you say implemented, is there a timeline? We all talk about smart objective, specific, measurable, definable, all that. So are you meeting the timelines? And most importantly, you may have an approach, you may have deployed the approach, but are you doing assessment and refinement? This is the most important thing. So that will actually tell you whether the approach has been successful or not. So in the approach assessment and refinement, there are three elements. So first and foremost, you need to measure. So you need to measure what you have deployed. What was the approach you deployed? There has to be a measurement in place. Then you talk about the learning from the measurement. And based on the learning, we do this mistake most of the time. We do measurement, but we don't do learning. But once you've done measurement and learning, based on that learning, are you doing any improvements in the system? This is the most crucial area. If you do that properly, I think that would be the best way of going and implementing business excellence for the organization. Like they say, the journey of excellence does not have a finish line. And we all are doing this, Bitupan, and I also like to reiterate this, that continual improvement is always better than delayed perfection.
So like you said, learning and implementing, I think that is like reading a book, but then not learning. But even then learning, then not implementing. Okay.
Correct. Correct.